First thing is to put some oil in. Don't be shy. It's better to be grapeseed oil or olive oil of some sort. Then just turn the burner on. Here in this case we're just using gas. Doesn't have to be full, but let it go first for a while until the oil gets nice and hot before putting in the onion.
Welcome to Mo's African Cooking Channel. Today featuring Lizzy's meal, chicken Mboga.
2 onions.
Haha, joking. This is how I chop the onions.
So keep it on a low heat and put the lid on. At this stage, I like to put salt in here, even like a teaspoon of salt. What it'll do is make the onions sweat and bring out some nice flavor. Keep that lid on, you want to keep it moisturized. Okay, cloves of garlic. I got 2 small hot peppers here. If you have any sort of hot spice or chili spice, you can use instead. Oh, look at how nice they're sweating and becoming translucent kind of color. Now it is time to put in the garlic, and if you do have the pili, you can put it in. Okay, great. Give that a stir. The next thing that's going to be going in shortly, what you want to do is just let the garlic sweat in there with the onions and the pili, but with the lid on, and you do not want to burn garlic. Garlic doesn't taste good if it's burnt. But what we do want is to get a nice, let that oil work in with the 3 of them and just become a nice soft mix together. So I don't have a teaspoon, I just got a big tablespoon. So I'm just gonna guesstimate, but I do like lots of curry. So this is a tablespoon. And why not? As far as I'm concerned, you can never have enough curry. So I'm doing a full tablespoon. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, and we're gonna go with cumin. Just maybe a tablespoon. Cumin will be fine. Make sure you just keep checking this. Look at how nice and solid it's going. Nothing burning. Okay, you don't need to put in any more oil, but if you wanted to put in a little bit of water just to make sure nothing's burning, and it just keeps going great. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to put in the thyme. I would just say a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. This is like half a teaspoon. Or one teaspoon, half a tablespoon. Onion powder. Why not? 1 full teaspoon. And garlic. Garlic powder. Bring out that garlic. Why not? Another teaspoon, why not? Get lots of flavor. And just lots of pepper. I like the fresh ground pepper. Once again, as far as I'm concerned, you can't put in enough pepper. Just amazing. And on every level of cooking, you should always put a little bit of salt. It'll bring out the flavor in every level. So even though we put it on the onions already to let them sweat, we're definitely putting it on with the next stage as well. This is a good time just to prepare your tomato paste. It comes in a little jar. You're not going to use that whole jar, but I would put in a nice heaping tablespoon of tomato paste. Will get put in at the same time. All right, let's check our onion mix. It's looking fine. Looking fine, Sally. Look at that, smelling great. Nice and translucent color. Looking marvelous. Now it's time to get the actual flavors into this thing. Okay, so we're just going to dump our mix in. Spices. Okay, this is how I have my vegetable stock, or chicken stock, but I've just made vegetable stock out of old vegetables yesterday. So anyway, I would just dump a little in there, not too much. But look at this, golden, beauty. Oh, the smells of the curry are starting to come out. So keep this going. Try to disintegrate that tomato paste as best as possible. Let's get some more stock in there, why not? This is where, to get things going right now, I would turn it on high. Not high, but you know, give her a little juice. Get her going a bit. You don't want to burn anything. You want it to slow simmer. But let's get this mix going nice. Look at that mix. Look at that. As you can see, I'm pretty excited about eating this myself, honey. Okay, I'm gonna get the lid on there and just let that simmer. Who cares? 5-10 minutes. Let that go. You have lots of time to chop everything else now. Oh, look at that. Keep that lid on. I didn't have crushed tomatoes for the recipe, so you can put in not too many, like half of a small can like this at this stage, if you have them to go in with the spice mix while it's getting nice and soft and tasting good. I'm gonna turn it back on low. Definitely low. Just get that. And this is what I'm gonna chop next. Half a green pepper, well, yellow pepper, carrot, and a potato. Voila! I would personally put this in, try to make sure you have this spice around. Garam masala, very generic Indian spice. You should be able to get anywhere. You can always put a teaspoon of that in earlier with the spices. Oh, that is nice. Okay, so just a nice little mix. Smells great. Okay. Set you up here again. And since my legs, I just got legs, and just because they were frozen, I decided to just quickly give them a little steam boil for 5-10 minutes. But if it's not frozen, then don't worry about it. You can just put it straight in like this. And I'll show you here in a minute. Chicken in the pot. Mix them all around. Get it nice and juicy. Okay, that's nice. Now what I would do is put her on a little higher heat. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, sure, why not? Take your vegetable stock. Not too much. But just a little bit. Just a little bit, just to make sure that there is enough sauce in there. Okay, looks good. And let that go for a good solid 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll give it a check. Then eventually we'll put our vegetables in. This might be 4 minutes on quite high heat. Let's take a look at it. Looking great. Put that lid on again for a little bit longer. I like my chicken to be a little more well done. And you can take the skin off before you put it in here, but the skin brings a lot of flavor, a lot of fats, and definitely pulls out the flavor in the whole dish. Okay, definitely looking nice. Let's toss the veggies in. fine to me. I don't know about you. So, now we got veggie stock. Let's take a look. You never want too much. You can always add a little later. You don't want too much. It'll take away a lot of the flavor. So just get it in. Enough veggie stock. So there's going to be a lot of nice, there's going to be a lot of flavor in there. That's going to be steamed around for a while. And now we want to let that go for a while and just maybe turn it on more of a medium heat. Oops. I guess something like that. And just check it every 4 minutes or so, but let that go. And basically what you want to do is let it go so you can put a fork through the potato and the carrots the way you like it. We'll check in here after a bit. Just giving her a check here after a bit. Oh, smells great. I like that just subtle bubble boil that it has going on. Kind of like the longer the better. If it just stays on a nice boil like that, okay, that'll bring out a lot of flavor. I'm feeling like I need a little more veggie stock in there. And I don't have much left, so I'm just going to put the rest in. Give it a good boil. Let's take a peek. See what's going on. Whoa. Definitely a nice boil going on there. So you can turn the heat on as you like. You know, even a little down if you wanted to, and just let it bubble like that until the potatoes are getting nice and close. I don't know, it's been about 10 minutes, maybe even a little bit more, but I'd like to just take some potato there. Let's see, not quite, not falling off. Let's let that go for a little bit. Maybe mix it up, but you can, if you want more sauce, you can put in more of your vegetable stock in here. I don't have any more stock. I want a little bit more, so I'm just going to put a little more water in. Not too much. Not too much. At this point, if you like coconut milk or coconut cream, to make a curry cream, coconut cream, you could put a little in instead of the water. So I added just a little bit more water too. I don't want to water it down too much, but I do like a lot of sauce to put on my rice. Well, the white lights went out, so I'm cooking in the dark. Anyway, let's check the potato. Oh yeah, just how I like it. All right, you know what I would do at this point? Put the lid on and turn that puppy off. Just let it be itself for a while. Food always tastes better, at least after a half an hour. Mom used to always say that. So just keep the lid on. Now's a good time to make your rice. Basmati is what we usually do, whatever you like. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, you must always, as a chef, always just sample your beauty, your goodness. I'm liking that. There's a balance, there's a lot of heat in there. Now one thing that it's lacking is a little sugar. They say the three things are the most important: heat, sweet, and bitter. So if you have bitter, sweet, it's kind of like, you know, Chinese food always just tastes good. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, it definitely has enough heat. Those two pili-pilis was magic. Okay, and here I just have some honey. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little honey in there. You can use brown sugar, whatever you want to do. I should still have it going right now. And then I'm just using maybe almost a capful of vinegar. That'll bring on the bitter. So there we have the sweet and the bitter. Okay, I'm gonna get this thing going again. I'll taste it in a bit. I ended up putting a little water more in again, just for enough sauce. But like I said, just add your water or your vegetable stock just in doses as you like it. Now at the end, I kind of got it the way I like it. And with the honey and the vinegar in there, let's give it a shot. Oh God, that's magic. That is what I call magic, my girl. Okay, so at this point, let's bring it up to another rumble. And I feel satisfied. I feel like I want to eat that. And what we're going to do is just turn that sucker off. And I probably wouldn't dig in there until half an hour. Speak to you later.